So I'm literally filming in a corner right now. I feel like maybe I should move you closer. Hey guys, what's up? So it literally just took me like 20 minutes to figure out the right lighting. So if you couldn't tell by the title, today's video is choosing a competition suit. Yay! This video for a while now. I've been getting a ton of questions, a ton of people just sending me pictures of suits that they're interested in, and I love that. I love being able to help people. But for those of you who still need help, who don't know who to talk to, who don't know like where to start, where to begin, this video is the right one for you and you came to the right place. So let's get started. I'm like a writer, so I love to like plan things out beforehand. So like all of my videos, they're probably like planned out in some way, especially the sit down ones. So literally planned it all out. Okay, so there are so many rules and regulations. It really just depends on what federation you're competing in. And the one that I'm specifically talking about today is the NPC. That is the federation that I compete in. It's the only one that I like personally have experience with and that I know. If you are competing in the NPC, this is the video for you. If you're not, I know that there are other videos out there that might be more beneficial to you. I will have a link to some of them down below. If you follow like Kara Corey, I know she competes in the OCB, so that might be better for you. But typically most rules and regulations within the federations are the same or are somewhat the same. So here we go, NPC. So one of the biggest rules, something that they are extremely strict on, is your suit bottoms. I remember the day of my competition, we had like the athlete meeting at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and they said like, you know, if your bikini bottom looks like a thong, don't even bother getting on stage because you will be disqualified. So you definitely want to make sure that your bottoms are in the regulation, that they are the right fit, that your whole butt is not hanging out, because if it is, honestly, you're probably not even going to be able to step on stage. So you just wasted all that time and all that money for nothing. Also, the day before the show, so when you are at check-ins, you will have to wear your bikini bottoms. So if you are going to your check-ins, make sure you are wearing your bottoms, because I am the idiot that did not wear my bottoms, and as soon as I got there, I was waiting in line for like 10 minutes and they were like, bikini competitors, make sure you have your bottoms on. Like they were like reminding everyone, and I was like, what? So I had to go back to my hotel, lost my spot in line, had to come all the way back, and it was just awful. So make sure you are wearing either your full suit or at least your bottoms the day of check-ins, because when you go and get your height and your number, they will ask you to literally pull down your pants and flash them your butt. So show them your bikini bottoms, and they want to make sure basically that your ass is not hanging out. So you will have to show them your bottoms the day before the show. With that being said, there are many different cuts that you can get for your bottom, but the three main cuts are the Brazilian, the Pro, and Moderate. So with that being said, I chose the Pro cut, which is the smallest, so it literally goes in like this, because I am very petite. For reference, I'm 5'1", 100 pounds, I'm really small. I really don't have a big butt. I gain all of my weight up here, so yes, I'm very tiny. So I chose the Pro cut. They recommend the Pro cut if you are petite, so I'm very petite, so I was like, all right, I'll go with the Pro. Most people would say go for the Moderate cut. It shows less skin, but I really disagree with that, only because we all, honestly, I know it sounds so stupid, we all have different shaped butts. Like there's square, round, heart, whatever, small, big, whatever. So really just go for the bottom that's going to accentuate your butt the best. I would have gone with the Moderate cut. It would have covered too much of my butt. Honestly, just would not have looked good. It would have looked way smaller than it already does. So if you are petite, honestly, I recommend the Pro cut. Like, I don't think you'll be disappointed, and you're not going to like get disqualified or anything like that. Just make sure it does not look like a thong on you, and honestly, you will be fine. You'll be fine. Another thing to consider with your bottoms are the connectors. So I wish I would have spent more time researching and finding the right connector that looks good for my body, because the one that I chose does not look good on me at all. I'm honestly thinking about buying a new connector and going to like a seamstress alteration person and getting them replaced for my next show, because I just don't like them at all. Don't go for the connector that looks the prettiest. You want to go for one that highlights your strong points and shadows your weak points. For me, my weak point is my waist. I have a very small torso, and I chose the 3-tiered connector so it like drapes down, you know, and it just makes me look shorter than what I already do. So next time I'm actually planning on just going for the plain like straight connector, because just it doesn't draw attention there and it's just going to be better. I know they're plain and they're not that exciting, but honestly you want to choose the one that's going to just really look the best on you. Like, I cannot stress that enough. So, the color of your suit. So choosing a color is so difficult. For the longest time I was like, do I want purple? Do I want green? Do I want red? It's so hard. I mean, you know, it's hard. But as a way for you guys to kind of narrow down your decisions, I've really like made a list to just determine what colors are going to look the best for your eye color and your hair color. So your eye color and your hair color are the two things that are going to factor in the most when choosing your suit. I wouldn't worry about your skin color, only because you are going to be getting a spray tan, so it's really not going to matter that much. But your hair color and your eye color, definitely two main factors. So my camera decided to stop recording because I ran out of room on this memory card, so let's try this again. Alright. So what I was saying is generally I would stray away from neon colors, only because the stage lights are so bright and neon colors are obviously so bright already, so it's really just going to draw attention to the suit and take away from your physique. So choosing a suit that color is probably not in your best interest, only because it's just going to shadow and take away from your physique that you worked so hard for plus weeks. And yeah, so I would stay away from those if I were you guys, just personal preference. So if you have red hair or like brown hair with like red tints in it or anything like that, so anything with like a red hue to it in your hair, I would go for colors like green, teal, orange, or purple, like dark purples, light purples, deep oranges, bright oranges. A bright green or like the emerald green colors are really gonna look, emerald green is probably going to look so pretty, oh my gosh. So I would choose colors in that area, only because they're really going to complement your hair, and it's just going to look really good on stage. If you have blonde hair, which I wish I had blonde hair, because I feel like any color you get is going to look phenomenal on you, but I would choose pastel tones, so like pastel purples, pastel pinks, pastel greens. Any pastel color is really going to look great on you, as well as like coral, mint, purples. White honestly looks fabulous, and like silver looks great as well. If you have dark hair like myself, honestly deep colors are going to look great. So deep purple, deep like emerald green, maroon, bright red is going to look awesome as well. Royal blue. So those colors are really going to make you stand out and highlight all of your strong points, and it's just going to complement like your body, your physique, your hair color, everything very well. Well, a color that is really popular this season is the cranberry color, which is the color of my suit. When I ordered it, I honestly thought like no one was going to have that color, that it was going to be too dark on stage and it just wasn't going to look good. But honestly, at my show and what I've seen all over Instagram, there's been so many cranberry colors, and it looks good with any hair color, honestly. So if you are like stuck and you don't know, honestly, cranberry looks amazing on anyone. I've seen it on redheads, I've seen it on blondes, I've seen it people with black hair, people with my color hair. I've seen it on everyone, and what's so great about that color is any crystal color is going to look good on that suit as well. Like, it's so versatile because it has hints of purple, hints of red in it, so any color is just going to look great on it. So I'm really happy that I chose that color. I've seen everyone with it with so many different like color combinations, and it just looks amazing, and it all looks different but so good. So crystals. In my personal opinion, I don't think you need a ton of crystals. Generally, the more crystals you have, the more expensive your suit is. So I think light crystal designs are going to draw in as much attention as like the super like really like all crystalled suits. So I don't think you need to spend like $600 to get a super crystalled suit. I went with Angel Competition bikinis, and they have like different patterns, and mine's like the crystal firework, so there are crystals all over my suit, and it still looks great, and it's not that expensive, which is so nice. But I do think having some crystals as opposed to none will definitely work better in your favor, only because the light is going to reflect the crystals and you're just going to shine a lot more. And so I definitely prefer crystals over not getting any crystals. But also what you can do is you can order crystals and put them on your suit yourself. It's more time consuming, but also it can be a cheaper way. So if that's something that you're interested in, I would get on like Amazon, eBay, Etsy, any of those sites, and look up crystals. And that's just going to be like your best bet and your cheapest route. Also, there are different types of crystals. So there are regular crystals and AB crystals. I prefer the AB crystals. They're going to reflect a rainbow spectrum of light rather than one color. Lastly, cost. So I know cost is a huge factor. Competing can be so expensive as it is. Suits can range anywhere from $100 to $600, even more. It honestly just depends. Like I said earlier, crystal designs and the amount of crystals on your suit is going to be the determining factor on how expensive a suit is. So yeah, I would just keep that in mind before you like start looking at suits that you really like and they're too expensive and out of your price range. Honestly, you don't need a super crystal suit, I promise you. But no matter what, any like design that you come up with, it's going to be your own. You're going to love it no matter what. And yeah, that's what's so awesome about competing, is that you get to design your own suit. It's what you want, which is great. So I love that aspect of it. And just a side note, some of my favorite companies / companies that I've worked with or talked to about suits are Angel Competition bikinis. That is where I got my suit from. I highly recommend them. I love them. There's so many options. Their website is so user-friendly, because some of the other websites, they're so hard to use. I'm like, but yeah. Toxic Angel bikinis. I was talking to the owner a little bit before I decided to go with my Angel Competition suits. They have great suits. They're super nice people. Ravish Sands is a very popular brand. If you follow Nikki Blackcutter, her blue suit, that is where that was from. And Lydia Gurley, if you follow Emily Duncan, that is who makes her suits. There are a ton of brands out there. You just need to research and really just find the brand that you think is going to work the best with you, who has the best options for you, the best prices, etc. And yeah, that is pretty much it when choosing a suit. If I left out anything, or if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I covered everything. I feel like I've talked for really long. This video is like 25 minutes long. And I plan on doing more of like a series of like these sit downs of talking about competition prep, things you need, prep checklists, grocery hauls, I don't know, things like that. If that's something that you're interested in, just let me know and I will do it for you. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, or if you found it to be informational at all, that would be awesome. And if you don't like it, don't thumbs it down, because I will hunt you down. So yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.